So, um, 'tis the season, as it were, for egg-shaped treats of various kinds, and as well as bean-shaped. Everyone's making jelly beans, Starburst, Jolly Ranchers, Sour Patch Kids. Everyone's making a jelly bean at this point in time. But this is also the time of year for the egg treat. And if you don't know what I mean this is one of two times of the year here in America that the Cadbury egg comes out. And in response to that Cadbury egg, which is uh, such I guess, a legendary seasonal treat right about now, uh, different, it's kind of created maybe what you could call a little bit of an arms race. And so, uh, um, I've talked before at length about these, which I'll get to as well again today. But what I wanted to do, in honor of the fact that it's Good Friday, and I wanted to kind of just have a little bit of fun with that, I'm going to do a top 5 of chocolate eggs. Kind of an arbitrary thing, but like I said, 'tis the season for egg-shaped treats. Alright, and so for number 5, which I have a few of them here, but I don't have all of them. Disclaimer, right? So, number 5 would be the Reese's egg, which I don't have, unfortunately. I can't show it to you. But there's a Reese's egg out there. It's shaped like an egg, got Reese's peanut butter inside. And see, I am of the belief, this might be a minority opinion, you can let me know, but um, that there is a critical mass of Reese's peanut butter. It's this point in which there's too much. The thing, it just adheres onto the top of your mouth as if you're biting into a peanut butter sandwich or a bologna sandwich, and it's never going down. You're about to choke to death. Sensation immediately after that. And so the perfect amount of Reese's peanut butter happens to be the amount that's in the standard size peanut butter cup, or the Reese's miniatures, which are also real popular right now because they fit right into those little plastic eggs. But that's about that's the perfect amount. It's the perfect proportion in relation to the amount of chocolate that's involved in the dessert. Anything more than that, and it's not good. Which, I'm not talking about the Reese's peanut butter cup that's shaped like an egg right now, just so you know, just to clarify. Not that. That's flat on one side. No, not really an egg. I'm talking about there's a literal egg-shaped Reese's peanut butter thing. And it's just, this is one instance of, like, if you've had the big cup, or if you've had those egg things I just described, flat on one side, or, like, there's several different things out there like that. And the thing is, there's just too much peanut butter, or especially, like, if around the holidays, that half pounder, it's like this big around, gigantic. Anyway, like, too much. It ends up being just too much, right? So that's why it gets number 5 on this list. They gave it a solid try. They need to thicken up that egg wall, I think, a little bit to increase the chocolate and the kind of chocolate peanut butter proportion. And I don't know, they just need to figure out something else. Maybe put something in the very center, like a peanut or something, to kind of create a yolk. Maybe just kind of mitigate some of that peanut buttery. I don't know what they need to do. But yeah. Alright, so that was number 5. Number 4 would be this guy right here, the chocolate cream egg. Now, be interesting. Some of you might be surprised that Cadbury's getting an entry this early on the list, but simply that chocolate on chocolate is a difficult gig to pull off. Simply because it's kind of redundant. You're kind of bored with it when you got chocolate with chocolate. Like Three Musketeers does it a little bit better, where it's got 2 different textures, 2 different kinds of chocolate. It's almost there. You can maybe do like a white and milk combination, or a milk and dark combination occasionally, right? Pair those up. But when you do chocolate with chocolate, you're kind of stacking the cards against you, simply because if you didn't know what these are like, so basically it's got the hard chocolate shell, and then it's got like a soft chocolate on the center. But the original Cadbury cream egg had like two different colors of fondant on the inside of it, so it's like you have the whites and the yolk. Can't do that with chocolate because of like just color contrast material, so it just ends up not being like, it's okay, it's just so rich, and it's okay, great, I'll buy one occasionally, I'll eat this one later, but it's just, it's not perfect, and so that's why it ends up, it's better than the peanut butter chocolate combination from before, and so that's why it ends up number 4 on this list. Number 3 is the caramel egg. Now, if you don't, like, chocolate pairs well just about everything. Caramel and different shades or types of chocolate. Put some crisp rice in there. You can put some peanut butter, chunky peanut butter, just peanuts, candy shell chunks, other candies in there, Reese's Pieces, M&Ms. Like, you can put just about anything into chocolate, and it's doing all right. Caramel is probably the king of that combination. You put caramel and chocolate together, it's delicious. It's amazing. And the thing about this is that, I mean, you can see how large it is. And there's like a 1/16 of an inch or so forth of chocolate, and then the rest of it is just full of caramel. And it's good, sure, one of my favorite things in the world. Challenge is that much caramel, it's the same problem that's experienced with the peanut butter. Like, there's seems to be a critical mass present that it's just, there's a lot, right? And you don't have it, like, it's not as sticky as the peanut butter for sure, but it's just, when you bite into it, you can just feel the diabetes coming to take you. It's good. I'm gonna eat it later, like I said before with the chocolate one, but it's just, they need to put something in there as a third to kind of mitigate how much caramel is in there, just to kind of, I don't know. Anyways, alright, so that was number 3, caramel. Number 2, unfortunately I do not have a physical example here for you, so sad face, but Oreo joined the battle just this year, and there's an Oreo cream-filled chocolate egg out there. Milk chocolate, Oreo cream on the inside, and let me tell you, it's great. I wish that the center of it was soft instead of hard. Literally, I bit into the thing, the whole thing came out, so I ended up with just like a round shell of chocolate in my hand that I ate separately. It was weird. I wish that it was soft. It's not soft, but it's got Oreo cream, and then there's like cookie bits inside. It's amazing. It's delicious. It's another one of those, you bite into it and it's like, oh no, the diabetes is coming for me. But interestingly, like I've talked about the critical mass issue with the caramel, the peanut butter, it appears as though there is no such thing as a critical mass of Oreo cream. You can put Oreo cream into anything that you want. And they're experimenting, as it would appear, with the cookies to see just how much cream can be put on this thing before people start turning it away. And they started with the single stuff, standard size. Now they're basically diet. Then you had the double stuff. Then they had the triple stuff. And then there was a double triple for a little while, where it's cookie, creams, cookie in the middle, double triple, or triple double, or whatever. And then there, where it's like double cream on each thing, or triple double. And then there's the Now there's what's called the more, and they're like thick. They're thick. They're thick, thick boys. And still, like, it eventually it's just gonna be like a Lunchable, and there's like the cream thing stacked there, and you have the cookies, and you can just do whatever you want with them, and it's gonna be like boom, boom, and then the whole thing. So, like I said, they're good. Go out there, look for them. The only place I've found them so far is at a Walgreens. So I don't know if they got like an exclusive deal or what, but there they are. Get out there. Happy hunting. They're about to be discounted on Monday. So wear your mask though. Before I get to number one, we probably figured out what number one is anyway. Before I get to number one, I want to talk about some honorable mentions in the event or the attempt to have a cream egg. Alright? Ready for this? Talk about honorable mentions. And so the first one is this. I was able to find these. It's the Lindor truffle egg. Now, you think like Lindt, if you never had a Lindor truffle, you don't know what you've been missing out on, but unfortunately, they basically tried, like, I don't know what it is, like, you can see the difference in shape. If I hold them next to each other, this one's much taller, it's kind of flat. It's just, I don't know what they were thinking. They didn't really make, like, it's more like a bullet, almost, than it is a egg. You bite into it, it's hard. It's not soft chocolate like the cream egg has, and then, like I mentioned before, the chocolate on chocolate issue is present here. Just, it's one of those of, yeah, you tried, you gave it effort, I guess. Kind of disappointing, considering how good Lindt's offerings in other areas are. Then, there's the mini eggs that exist. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's basically small. It's got this hard fondant on this in the center, or some of them are just solid chocolate. Like a lot of there's several things out there, but then there's this. This is what the package looks like. See that? It says cream egg cookies, and basically got like the fondant yolk thing kind of happening that the cream egg has. They're weird. No way around that. Strange. I'm gonna call it a cream egg, but it's not like, it doesn't really have any essence of egg in it. It's weird. Anyway, yes, I'm that guy, in case you didn't know. Anyway, without further ado, let's talk number one. Alright? Of course, reigning king champion. I've talked about how much I like these before. The weird obsession that I have with unwrapping them in a certain way. There's no way that Cadbury wasn't going to come out on top. They're the OG. They're good. There's no Easter without Cadbury. I mean, those cute little commercials they used to have, where it's the bunnies that they're pretending like they actually laid the eggs. It's ridiculous, but of course, Cadbury cream egg up on top. Got the fondant inside. 2 colors to make it actually look like whites and a yolk. Like, they went hard in the paint. Brought it home. So, happy Easter from me to you. I hope that you're going to live stream or you're going to do something so that you're able to kind of experience church service tomorrow and enjoy that. And anyway, like, he is risen. He is risen indeed.